those 4 terrorists, let them continue to stay there. They must just continue to stay there with Donald Trump. They must never come back here, because the HAWKS, they are waiting for them here in South Africa. We have done a good job as South Africans. We have campaigned for them to be under the spotlight. Our intelligence is on high alert. They are tracing them. They are listening to any movement that they are going to make. They must never try to come back here in South Africa, because if they come back here, they will be arrested. We have signed petitions, we have complained, we have done everything. So yonke shelling your order, everything is just in order. We are just waiting for them to come back if they want to come. But my advice, my sincere advice to them is that they must just stay there with their father, Donald Trump, because if they come here, the HAWKS will just arrest them, will do their job. We are not going to have another Boeremag here. We are not going to tolerate any attempt to topple the government. We are not going to tolerate any nonsense which is next to treason. So they must just stay there. Whatever they started, they must finish it there with their senior president there. South Africa is a democratic country, but at the same time, we must not tolerate nonsense. What they did, I don't know who they are representing and what they are planning and with whom. But for the fact that they left, they went there to do their own nonsense, and DA must never act like they don't know. They knew that AfriForum and Solidarity, they are going there, they are going to discuss whatever. That's why they even hold the budget speech, and they are causing all the chaos and everything. Let me tell you what is the plan. The plan here of these Afrikaners is to cause chaos, is to create chaos in our country, that they are being victimized, their land is being taken away. By the way, we are going to take back what was stolen to us from our great-grandfathers. The land was dispossessed. Our grandfathers and great-grandfathers were dispossessed of land. So the land will be just taken back from people who stole the land. The land thieves, they know themselves. They are shivering. And now they ran to Donald Trump to provide him with a wrong information. This is a high treason of note in a democratic dispensation. If they are left scot-free, then South Africa becomes a joke. They must just stay there. Donald Trump must build camping tents for them so that they can stay there and become refugees there in America. Because if they come here, they must be dealt with. Something must be done. We cannot tolerate people who are behaving like terrorists. Their behavior is just the most barbaric thing, and it is inexcusable. They must just stay there, South Africa. We cannot claim to be a democratic society when we tolerate nonsense like that. So they must just help themselves, by the way, to stay there. We don't want chaos in our country. We want everything to be done orderly. The Mandela era is no more. There's no more rainbow nation whatsoever. The dream. Now we can see that this is a war. This is something which is done deliberately, just to deliberately cause chaos in our country and mislead the whole universe. That no, in South Africa there's chaos. You know what Zimbabwe did was very brave, and at some point you can agree with them that what they did, they realized that no, these people are not actually willing to cooperate. They are not actually willing to come to the party. They are not actually willing to compromise certain things. They want to keep everything for themselves, which will never work for us, because we can't continue as a society with our anger, with our unresolved issues, and whenever we see each other, we are enemies of some sort, and we cannot continue like that. So I want to applaud the HAWKS, Priority Crimes Investigations. to actually officially take this matter upon themselves because of the complaints that we lodged to them that, listen, these are the people who are having a potential to overthrow the sitting government, the government of today, which is the ANC government. By the way, we are not actually approving everything that the ANC is doing, but we cannot at the same time let the government be stolen by thieves who goes to Donald Trump and lie about our country's situation and all of that. And we cannot have a foreign president who's instructing our president on how to run his country. Cyril Ramaphosa is the president, the current sitting president, official. So he should run his country however he feels. Let's stop this thing of being controlled by the Western, countries and being told what to do and how to do things. So those 4 terrorists who are there, who went to Donald Trump, they must just help themselves, because if they land in South African soil, then a warrant of arrest is automatically active. Then it means now they can be apprehended and they will go for questioning, interrogation, and there they must be very hard on them. They must never treat them with soft gloves, because what they have committed, it's a very, very serious offense. The Boeremag, remember those who were planning to assassinate Nelson Mandela, they got 25 years. By the way, one of them was a medical doctor. He got a parole and all of that in 2013. So this thing is very much irritating, and it's a serious offense. If someone plans to topple the government or overthrow the government, it means they are a threat even to the society, to the normal citizens. That why do you want to overthrow the government of the day? If you want to take over, then do so legally. We've got legal channels of registering a political party, campaigning and convincing. Let that be the will of the people, for them to vote for you, to say, yeah, we want you to govern. Then officially they give you outright majority. That's fine. But people who come with some tricks here, who comes up with some unacceptable behavior, that we can see that this thing is going to lead to a military coup of some sort, or overthrowing the government. We don't want those things in South Africa, because this democracy, black people fought for it. Every black person was a victim of apartheid, either directly or indirectly. We were marginalized. We are the victims of this, the previous apartheid system. So we cannot have these people acting like this and nothing happens to them. At least now we know that the HAWKS is doing something. Let them continue to track them. Let them activate the intelligence so that they can be able to open their eyes and ears and make sure that they know everything about them. Immediately when they fly there in America, flying back to South Africa, they must just be arrested. That's it. I don't know, squatters. Maybe you might have different opinions. Maybe you might think we are being too harsh to them. Maybe they should be treated any other way. But I don't know of any other way except to say let them be arrested, or they must just continue there. Donald Trump must have tents for them, organize 4 tents for them, so that they can camp there at the White House. You see, White House has got a big space where you can even do a squatter camp there. So let them have some squatter camp there and stay there and be refugees. And let everyone at the White House know that there's a refugee camp there where 4 terrorists who are coming from South Africa are camping there because in their country they have committed treason and they are not welcome anymore. Then if they go back to their country, we are going to arrest them. That's all we can say. There's no negotiation. There's nothing to discuss here, because these people, they went to Donald Trump and say they are representing South Africans. Who are those South Africans that they are representing? And Democratic Alliance is quiet about it. They are saying nothing about it. This is what I hate most. That, these white parties, When the other fellow white chaps, when they do something wrong, no, they don't say anything. No, they keep quiet. You can check DA. When people were dying in Africa, no, they were fine. They didn't say anything. When people are dying in Ukraine, then they travel to Ukraine to act like, no, they are supporting Zelensky and all of that. Because why? It's in the Eastern Europe. So that is why they are supporting them, because they are white. But when Africans die, no, they don't say anything. Those are the double standards that we really, you get to question yourself. Are these people really representing everybody else, or they are representing a certain ethnic group that suits their needs and narratives and everything, their personal agendas and everything? So these four that are there, surely they must be arrested. There's nothing to discuss further. They must just be arrested, or else Donald Trump must just accommodate them. Maybe, by the way, because he's so used to signing executives, sign executive of 4 terrorists who ran away from South Africa so they can stay there and then be given citizenship, and they can get maybe handouts or what. I don't know how they're going to survive, because the privilege there is not the same as here. Here they've got an unlimited privilege because of the color of their skin. Then there is different, because everything, Africans doesn't exist in America. Where are they going to practice their culture and hold their apartheid flag and all of that? We cannot do that in America. At least in South Africa, they can do that, because we also have Orania, where they are using their own currency, a fraudulent currency they call money. I don't know the exchange of what. They created their own mini government, and all of that. The ANC, by the way, is to be blamed for all this mess, because they have let this thing go a long way, and they gave these people a very, very unlimited privilege, so that they can control themselves and do as they please and all of that. Look at where we are now. But the fact of the matter is that at least through our complaints, through our efforts, the government is doing something. Let the HAWKS trace those terrorists and make sure the intelligence is all over. When they land, then they must just go straight to jail. They must be detained. They must be incarcerated. They must be interrogated. And at least we get the truth as citizens, what exactly those people were doing in America with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Squatters, thank you for watching. We're going to push this until we see something happens. What I don't like at this stage, what I don't like is that, I feel like our government, they are reactionaries. They only act when there's a complaint, when there's an outcry, when citizens now are starting to, why didn't they just pick it up right from the word go that, we've got people there who are doing this. Okay, let's get our intelligence now. And so we can see how we can deal with them. But really, they must be dealt with, because if they don't deal with them, we are going to have the next Boeremag. Thank you, squatters, for watching my content. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe. Let's enjoy pushing and sharing the ideas. Each one teach one. Thank you, Yabo.